turn it up. Don't care what. Hi, everybody, it's Friday. I can show you this. I can help. I got two strong arms. I can help. Oh, how is everybody today? It's Friday. To do you good, let me help. All right, it's time. Hey, stop. Yeah, don't start over. Howdy, how is everybody today? It's Friday. It's time for lunch with Dad, who's ready to talk about Walt Disney World. This is just so much fun. I hope you had a great week. I know we've been chatting a lot this week. A lot of you have seen me talk several times this week. But anyway, it's Friday. It's time to kick back. It's time to take your shoes off. Y'all come. No. Anyway, we're going to talk about Walt Disney World. It's time to plan your vacation. Yeah, let's talk about going to Disney World. Hang on, I got to get one more window open so I can see. Where is it? Comments and reactions. That's the window I need so I can see. Hi, Paul. Hi, Kathleen. You're here. Oh, Annette, you had to work. You weren't going to be here. Oh, I'm sorry. Hi, Sonia. Yes, it is Friday. Everybody got a big weekend plan? I know this is a big weekend for Easter weekend, Passover weekend, a big weekend for a lot of people. A lot of Easter egg hunting, a lot of going to church. I know we've got a big dinner planned on Sunday, so I hope everybody has a great weekend this weekend. Hi, Renee. Hi, Jack. Anyway, so what we're going to do today, let's just get started. I'm sitting here going, bouncing all over the place, but let's focus and get started. All right, so first thing we got to say is thank you to our partners at Celebration Shirts. Over here. Celebration Shirts, right there. Our good buddy Josh, if you follow their Facebook page, and you should go over to Facebook Celebration Shirts. They were at Disney World this week, and they were giving away T-shirts every day. There was a contest. Figure out where they were, come meet them, and get a T-shirt. It was pretty cool. They had lots of really obscure places where Josh had lots of really obscure places he had pictures of, and it was kind of fun to watch what Josh was doing this weekend. But just love Celebration Shirts. We've even got our own store at the Celebration Shirt Shop. Go over there, buy some T-shirts. They got some really cool designs over there. If you want to create your own, whether it's to go to Disney World, whether it's for an event you've got at home, they can do that for you too. So celebrationshirts.com. Great partners. Hi, Julie. Hi, Steve. My friends, Julie and Steve. Who else is here? Ben. Ben not getting the video. Well, is anybody else not getting the video? I think I'd heard if my partner, my team's not getting it. Sheila, hi. Frankie, happy Friday. Absolutely. Okay, so on we go. Okay, Ben, you got it. Thanks. Good. All right, so on we go. What are we going to do today? Well, first, we're going to give away books. I'm going to give away a book a week for a while. Every week, I'm going to give away a signed copy of my book. Now, it's going to be this one. Until I get rid of these, I got like 9 or 10 more of these left that have the old cover. We've changed the cover on the book to look like this. Nothing on the inside has changed. Just changed the cover to emphasize the words Walt Disney World a little more. But so we still got a few more simple, fun, magic books to give away. If you would like a signed copy of Dad's book, you need to comment, share, and like or like the video below in the comments section. Like it, share it, comment, and we'll pick one winner for the end of the day, and we'll give away the book. It's a good book. It really is a good book. I know a lot of you got it. A lot of you have talked about it. So if you want a book, like, share, comment. That'll really help us out. Oh, and by the way, that's what we need you to do anyway. That's the next thing. We need you to like, share, and comment so more people can see this. We need more people here for Lunch with Dad. It's always fun to get people to talk about it. Hi, Stephanie. I see that you've got video and sound. Cool. Frankie, hey, Paul, I think I've already mentioned everybody here. Anyway, so what are we going to do today? I like having a plan. I talk a lot in the book about having a plan. Hi, Lori. Happy Easter to you, too. One of the things that happens in the plan is sometimes the plan changes. And today the plan has changed. You know, usually we've got this plan we follow the same thing every week. But today we're going to do something totally different. I wanted to introduce you to, I talk about her all the time. I mention her every week. I want to introduce you today to my partner, Shannon Bonadure from Destinations to Travel. And we're going to talk for a little bit to Shannon today. We're going to try. At least we tested this. We think it works, but we're going to try to talk to Shannon today. If you have any questions about traveling to Disney, about travel agents, about how Disney travel works, Disney hotels, tickets, any of that stuff. Shannon is kind of the expert on an expert. I know as much as Shannon. No, I'm just kidding. That's what Shannon does. She deals with that all day long, every day. If you have any questions about that, put them down in the comments now. We're going to talk to her in just a couple of minutes right after we do the news. But we're going to talk to her in just a few minutes, and she's going to answer your questions. So if you have any questions for Shannon, put them down in the comments, and we will answer them here in just a few minutes. All right. So we're going to start out by doing the news, as we do every week, and then we're going to introduce Shannon, talk to her for a few minutes. After that, we'll move into the Ask Dad questions. We have a bunch left over because I was gone for 2 weeks. We haven't been here for 2 weeks, although we were here Monday night. We haven't been here for Lunch with Dad for 2 weeks. So we got 8 Ask Dad questions from the Ask Dad page, and then we'll answer your questions, any other questions you might have. We'll answer those here after we talk to Shannon. Okay. So, the news this week. What is the news this week? Wasn't any earth-shattering, any big news this week, but there was a little bit of news. Well, okay, there was a little earth-shattering news. Anyway, first news item this week. A leak came out, kind of a leak. I think Disney's not really announcing this, but through the people that are getting the offer, the news is getting out. Club 33 is getting ready to open at all the Disney parks. Now, Club 33 is a legendary eating club at Disneyland. It's kind of nondescript. You have to have a membership. You can't just go to Club 33 and eat. So it is a big deal at Disneyland. In fact, Shannon got to go last year when she was out there for D23. But Club 33 is a really big deal at Disneyland, and they're bringing it to Walt Disney World. They're going to have 4 locations, one in each of the parks here at Disney World. But the leak came out this week about the prices. So it's a $33,000 entry fee. You heard me right, $33,000 entry fee. Club 33, $33,000 one-time entry fee. And then it costs another $15,000 per year to be a member. Pretty pricey. A little out of my price range, but there are some people that are going to do that. Now, I think it's a little high because it's just, instead of being like at Disneyland, it's a restaurant. Here at Disney World, it's just going to be lounges with little plates and drinks instead of being a restaurant. So we'll have to see how that goes over, the Club 33 goes over. It's coming soon to Walt Disney World. 4 locations, 1 in each park. It comes with a lot of tickets and some special stuff, but it's a really high-end. If you're into high-end things, Club 33 is something that people enjoy. Yeah, Kathleen needs. I agree, Kathleen. I got $1. I can put in on your 32 friends to go in with you. Yeah, yeah. Well, that's $1,000 each. Still, that's a lot of money. Okay. Second news item is minivans. Now, the minivan airport service rolled out about a month ago at certain hotels, at certain of the deluxe hotels. It wasn't into all of them, but it was a few of them. Now, the minivan service is now available to all the hotels. So you can get minivan service. I don't remember what it costs. It seemed like it's $75 or something like that. Minivan service from your deluxe hotel might have been $125. Stephanie, can you look that up for me? Minivan service is available now from the deluxe hotels, all the deluxe hotels to the airport. So you can now get your minivan, take it back to the airport. Okay, so number 3. I was at Disney World last week, and while I was there, we found out that Toy Story Land is going to have meet and greets for Buzz, Woody, and Jessie. So that was announced last week while I was there talking to the Imagineer that is developing Toy Story Land. Oh yeah, that's the other big news item of the week. I and some other Disney media people, about 20 of us, got personalized tours, a backstage tour of the construction at Toy Story Land. Now, Monday night, I did a review. If you didn't get to see it, we did a review here on Monday night. You can scroll down and find it, or we'll probably throw a link to the comments up here for Monday night. For the Monday night where I did the review and I talked about all the different parts of the new Toy Story Land and what I could see from our vantage point. A minivan's $150 a trip. Oh, I was way low. That's really expensive. I'm just kidding. Taxi is like 75 or 80 now. Anyway, but a minivan's $150. There you go. So, Toy Story Land. We got to go and look at the construction. Really cool. Got to see Slinky Dog Dash. We got to see, see Alien Sausage Swirl. We could see the top of the building. We could see where Woody's lunchbox is going to be, and where the new entrance to Toy Story Mania is going to be. Which, by the way, there's not going to be any fast passes for Toy Story Mania between April 7th and May 9th. Another little news event. And then sometime after May 9th, Toy Story Mania is going to close for like 2 weeks as they move the entrance. The new entrance is in Toy Story Land. It's not going to be there on Pixar Place anymore. It's going to be back in Toy Story Land. So that's kind of what's going on there. If you didn't get to see the recap I had on Monday, go down and look at it. It's really, really cool. We had a lot of fun. It was a great, great day. Okay, so let's see if I can make this all happen. All right, we're going to start by going here, where, come on. Okay, we want to go there. We want to do this. We want to bring this up. And there it is. Oh, yep, there we go. Hi, Shannon. I'll let you see her here. Let's see if I can get her to come on. We're going to put her here. There she is. Oh, let me do just a little bit. I want to play just a little bit. I had this all set up for you, Shannon. All right. Oh. Okay, so let's see if the sound will come up. Wait, I want to get over onto this. And there is Shannon. And let's see if the sound will come up and fix itself now. Hi, Shannon.
Hi, Carl. How are you?
Okay, give me 1 minute. I love it when technology doesn't work. So we're going to try one more thing here. We're going to turn that off. And then we're going to turn that right back on. Now talk, Shannon. Say hi. Say something. Tell us about yourself. Oh, okay. We're going to do one more thing real quick. Ah, she goes away. No, love it. Don't you just love technology? Okay, she comes back. And when she comes back, she's got beautiful... Yeah, there she is. Now talk. That's still not very loud. Okay, we're going to just turn that off and see if we can get it out of the computer. Okay, you talk now. Say hello. Say hello, Shannon. You can't hear me? Don't you just love live TV? Okay, we're going to try it one more time. Technology is great. When it works, you're right. When it works. Hello, Jack. Hi, Renee. Okay, now, can you hear me? Yes, I can hear you too. So, let's see. Is that all the way up? Now it's all the way up. Let's see how that works. Hi, Shannon. Awesome.
Hi, Carl. For you.
Yeah, I'm pretty frazzled right now because my technology didn't work. Anyway. All right, so everyone meet my partner, my friend, so my Disney partner in crime, you might say, Shannon Bonagera. She lives up in Michigan. She is our travel agent partner. She owns Destinations to Travel. Began Destinations to Travel. So let's just dive in. I got a couple questions for you, Shannon. First, around here, we like to say we fly our Disney flag. How and when did you become a Disney fan? Because I know you're a Disney fan.
I am a huge Disney fan, and I became this major Disney fan at age 6. Very first trip to Walt Disney World with my grandmother Lorraine and my grandfather Donald. And when my sister and I got there, my grandma said to us in front of the castle, I know you girls one day are going to do something with Disney. I just know it. And that stuck with her and I. And through the years, I've worked with Disney here and there, and then now with the travel agency, and I absolutely love it. It's been my dream for forever.
Well, cool. So, when you worked for Disney, what did you do?
I was their very first independent wedding contractor for Disney Fairy Tale Weddings. And I did that in years.
How many years?
It was 10 years.
10 years. 10 years. Oh, cool. Okay. So let's talk about Destinations to Travel. What makes Destinations to Travel so special and your agent so magical?
Well, our agency in whole is one gigantic family. We are true friends and we work so well together. We're one gigantic team. We call ourselves an Ohana. So because we have such a large group, and when I say a large group, we have 80 agents, but our agents vary in destinations and their specialties. So we have agents that specialize in special needs travel. We have some that specialize in travel with allergies and food allergies. We have agents that they specialize in excursions, and all of our agents are highly trained, not just an online where they just kind of point and shoot and take your order. They do everything from the very moment you contact us till you arrive home, and then usually after, because we get so close to each of our clients that we get to know them and their families so well that we end up becoming friends with our clients after the trip is done.
Cool. A lot of people have problems with using travel agents because they think it makes their trips more expensive. How do you charge for your services?
Well, that's what's really interesting, Carl, is we have no charge for our services, which is awesome. It's so nice to be able to do that and be able to help our clients, or our guests as we call them, so much. We are paid by Disney because we are actually contracted with Disney. So there is absolutely no fee whatsoever. And, we do everything from discount shopping for them to the reservations, all of that. So they literally, all they have to do is pack and go have fun. That's their job. That's it. That's all I got to do.
Now, I know a lot of people want to do to take care of their stuff on their own. Do you always also let people do that?
Oh, absolutely. Yes, absolutely. We have, our clients just aren't first-time clients. We have guests that come back to us year after year, and after they become their own expert, they're like, you know what? I want to go ahead and do my fast passes or my dining. Not often on the dining. Usually they want us up at 6 o'clock to do the dining reservation. And I understand that, absolutely. But no, we do all ranges. So whatever is comfortable to the guests that they want to do, we do. But however, no matter what the reservations or plans that the clients make on their own, we get a copy of that. So when they're on vacation and they might not have taken something with them or they forgot what time they're at Be Our Guest, our agents know exactly where they need to be and when and how to get there.
Okay, so this is a question I didn't prep you for, but tell me about the worst horror story a guest has ever had that you had to work with.
Well, I remember this one guest, she went down to Disney with 2 of her daughters, and this was just when we were hearing about Hurricane Sandy coming up the East Coast. She was there, she was at Epcot, and she had a pain in her side, and she thought, well, I'm at Food and Wine Festival, maybe I just ate something that's not agreeing with me. No, her appendix had burst at Epcot. The daughters were under age 8, so she's calling me on the phone, I'm talking to cast members. We had to get somebody from Disney to be able to take care of the daughters, had to call an aunt and uncle to come down before Hurricane Sandy hit. Got them reservations at like $20 a night just so they could be there with the girls before they had to go back up once the hurricane cleared. The guest was in the hospital for over 2 weeks. So, because they didn't get a chance to really enjoy their vacation, Destinations to Travel went that extra mile and got them a free redo trip through Walt Disney World so that they could come back at their leisure when they were ready to enjoy that magical vacation.
Yeah, I'm always recommending that people use Destinations to Travel, and this is why. I don't care how experienced you are, even if you've been there 1,000 times and know everything and how to do everything. Stuff happens. Stuff happens, and it is always good to have that backup, that experienced backup that can help you when stuff happens. All right, last question. What are the current discounts now at Walt Disney World?
Oh my gosh, we have several. We have Celebrate an Incredible Summer with a Fun-Filled Family Vacation Package. If you book through May 22nd, let's see here. On the travel, it's both nights, June 11th through August 30th. And you'd want to book the Family Summer Package offer with Destinations to Travel. We also have a up to 25% off on rooms at selected Walt Disney World resorts, and they're calling that An Incredible Summer Awaits. Let's see, I think I might have 1 or 2 more here. I have introducing an incredibly delicious mid-size package offer. This is amazing. So guests can get a free dining plan for their kids ages 3 to 9 when they buy a non-discounted 3-night, 3-day Magical Your Way package for you and the kids that includes a room at a select Disney resort, theme park tickets, and dining. Now, this is for most arrivals from May 28th through August 30th, and they can book through August 1st. So, not quite free dining yet, my friend, but I think we're getting closer.
Yeah. Yep, we'll start talking about it next week. Okay, so Destinations to Travel. Shannon, my partner, my friend, great to have you on today. Thanks for stopping in this morning. This morning for me, this afternoon for y'all. Shannon's on Eastern time. Anyway, so please do use Destinations to Travel. I talk about them all the time. I believe in them. I talk to... Oh, she went away. Okay. All right.
No,
So
I'm here.
you're still here.
I'm here.
Okay. So what can I say? Go over to our webpage for Destinations to Travel. Dad's got the link's going to be down below. Go over there if you're thinking about a trip this year. You just heard the discounts that are out for this summer. Free dining is coming. I haven't been able to kill it yet. Go ahead and get your trip booked now because those hotel prices hadn't gone up yet. And they might go up any day. I mean, we've talked about it. Shannon and I've talked about it a lot. We've expected that to happen about the last month, and they haven't gone up yet. Book and get your deposit made today so that if you're planning to go this year, absolutely get your trips booked because those hotel prices are going to go up a lot. A lot. My guess is 6 or 8% on average, 10% at some, and it's going to be a lot. So book your trips now and lock in that price. All right, Shannon, appreciate you. I'll talk to you.
All right, we'll see you soon. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, I'm going to turn that off. And we're going to, now I've got everything all messed up. Yeah, I've left the room. I know I've left the room. Okay, I'm back. All right. I hope you enjoyed hearing from Shannon. We're going to try to do something like this every month for a while, try to get one of our partners to talk. We may have some of Shannon's agents on. We'll probably have Kathleen on. I know she's in here. She's talking. I want you to meet our partners. We talk about them all the time, but one of the things I want to do is get more interactive with our partners, let you meet our partners, let you meet the agents from Destinations to Travel that will be working on your trip. There are like 5 or 6 of them that work on our clients, the people that come from Dad's Guide. So I want you to get to meet them and have some time to introduce you and get to know them. So you'll be comfortable with saying, "Hey, Dad, you're right. I want to talk to those people." Anyway, so good to talk to Shannon. Good to talk to Shannon. Now you know who when I talk about Shannon, you can put a face with the name. Shannon says, "Happy Easter." Cool. All right, here we go. Time for questions. Again, if you have any questions, put them down in the comments below, and we'll get to them here. I've got 8 questions to answer today from our Ask Dad page. I know there's already a couple that we'll get to. In fact, one very interesting one that we'll get to here in a little bit after we get these 8 Ask Dad questions. I'm going to move my microphone back over to where it's catching me again. And next time we'll try to do a better job of figuring out the sound. I know why it didn't work, but we got to figure out a different way for this to work. Okay, so first Ask Dad question. This one comes from, and this was what she put, Frazzled Mum, M-U-M. I think she's from the UK. Anyway, hi Dad. I have booked my 2019 Orlando holiday for myself, my husband, our 2 boys, 6 and 10. It is our first family visit, and we will be staying at Disney in the All Stars Resort from the 13th to the 25th of April, so right over Easter, followed by 3 nights at the Hard Rock and Universal, followed by 6 nights in Clearwater. Easter was the only time we could work it out with schools and holidays. Prior to booking, I did read that this is chaos at this time of year. Please tell me how we can ensure that we have the best time possible. Thanks very much, a Frazzled Mom. Well, Frazzled, first off, congratulations! You're going to Disney World! Yes! It's going to be fun. Now, let me see if I can help you with the chaos thing. 2019, as you said, Easter is on Sunday. Yeah, right. That's always on Sunday. But Easter is on Sunday, April 21st. So the first thing I would recommend is, if you can, that you reorder your trip. Don't be at Disney World on Easter. That's the worst time you can go. Go to the Universal first, go to the beach second, go to the beach first, go to Universal second, and then go to Disney World last. If the further you can get your trip away from Easter, the less chaos you're going to have. The busiest time of that whole month of April in 2019 is going to be that week of Easter. Actually, because Easter's so late in 2019, the crowds won't be quite as bad as they are going to be this year when it's in April, like tomorrow, like Sunday. The crowds are huge there. I don't know if you were watching the WDW magazine tour that I just shared Serena on the tour this morning from WDW magazine. But the line for what ride was it? It was like an hour and 30 minutes for one of the rides there in Hollywood Studios. She was walking through Hollywood Studios, and I don't think it was Toy Story Mania, but it might have been. It was already over 2 hours for Toy Story Mania. Yeah, I think it was Toy Story Mania. Oh, already over 2 hours for Toy Story Mania at 11 o'clock in the morning. So this is a huge weekend. One of the busiest weekends of the year. One of probably the top 5 busy weekends of the year. That's what Easter always is. Oh, it was Star Tours. Thank you, Tatiana. It was Star Tours. That's right. It was Star Tours. Star Tours, that was 2 hours. There's one thing for Toy Story Mania to be 2 hours. It's 2 hours a lot of times. But Star Tours to be a 2-hour wait, that's pretty incredible. That is really, really busy. So crowds are huge there over Easter weekend. Now, next year, they won't quite be as big with Easter being so late. But after Easter, they will go down quicker. So this year, the crowds will stay. Monday will be, Sunday will be huge. Monday will be huge. Tuesday will be not as huge. Wednesday will be really busy. Thursday will be, and then it'll just dwindle off from there. Next year, the crowds will be huge on Easter weekend. Monday, they'll be not as busy, and then it does, but it won't be as big next year because it's so late. Just my projections. Okay, so if you can rearrange your trip, don't be there on Easter. Now, if you can't, the second thing you've got to do is learn Dad's 3 rules for dealing with crowds. Comes right out of my book. Okay, let's find this. Dad's 3 rules for dealing with Walt Disney World crowds. Right out of the book with the new cover. So what are Dad's 3 rules for dealing with crowds? The first one is get to the parks early. Last week, I was in the Magic Kingdom at 9 o'clock in the morning, spring break, busy, one of the busiest, busy time, just like this week, very busy time. I was in the Magic Kingdom, 9 o'clock in the morning, and I won't say there wasn't anybody there, but the crowds weren't bad at 9 o'clock in the morning. People don't want to get up and get to the parks at 9 o'clock in the morning. Now, at 11 o'clock when I left, as I was walking out, a wall of people were coming in. By 11 o'clock, the crowds were crazy. So get to the parks early. The difference between 9 o'clock, the lines at 9 o'clock and the lines at 1 o'clock, night and day. Get to the parks early. That's rule number 1. Number 2, or number 1A actually, is to have a plan. Always need to have a plan. The worst thing you can do is, and I kind of did this and messed up last week because I didn't have a plan when I went. I walked in the park, I did a couple of things, then I kind of turned around and was like, what do I do now? And really kind of messed the morning up because I didn't really have a plan. I not really messed the morning up, but I went over to ride Pirates. I could have gone straight to Pirates in the morning, but instead I waited until about 10 o'clock, and there was a 30-minute wait at Pirates. But if I'd have gone first thing, I'd have walked right on. So have a plan. Know what you're going to do when you get there. So that's number 1A. Number 2 is ride the busy rides first. So ride those rides like Space Mountain, like Toy Story Mania, like Rock and Roller Coaster, like Expedition. Ride those rides. And if you go over to, we probably got a link to a page that has those busy rides listed. Anyway, I could probably find it, but I didn't mark it. So ride the busy rides first. That way you get through with them when the lines are short. Okay, and then the last thing is to use Fast Pass Plus. You get 3 Fast Passes a day. Use them for those busy rides so you don't have to jump back and forth across the parks. Plan your day out. Pick your Fast Passes based on what time you're going to be in that section of the park. It's not rocket surgery. It's pretty easy. Anyway, so the bottom line is, if you can, if there's any way possible, reorder your trip to where you're not at Disney over Easter weekend. Do it if you're there a week later, you'll be walking on rides almost. It's almost that big of a change. It just night and day, the crowd levels, the chaos, as you say, between the busy times and the Easter weekend and the next week, a week away after that. Number 2, if you can't do that, then follow Dad's rules. Get to the parks early. Have a plan. Ride the busy rides first and use FastPass. Those 2 things will help you deal with the chaos that is Easter time. All right. Question number 1. Down we go. All right. And by the way, if you have any questions, put them down in the comments. I see 3 already. I'll be happy to answer them here in about 10-15 minutes. Okay. Here's number 2. Hi, Dad. We only have a couple of days in Orlando before heading south to family. We have a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old. One is obsessed with the Transformers, so we are planning to do one day at Universal and wanted to do the other day at Disney for our 2-year-old. I'm starting to realize this may be a little crazy, and I'm already going nuts trying to figure out what hotel to stay in. Help. Signed, Sincerely Crazy Mama. All right, Crazy Mama, let's see if I can get Billy Wonder Billy Wonder. I'm looking at two different things. Stevie Wonder to help us out here. Come on. Oh, it still didn't work. Never mind. Keep trying that. Don't worry about a thing. Don't worry about a thing. Don't you worry about a thing. It's okay. It's okay. You're going to Disney World, even for one night. What could be wrong with that? And there's really no reason to get uptight about what hotel to stay in. There is no wrong answer. Really and truly, there is no wrong answer. This is not something to stress about. It's going to be okay. Whatever hotel you pick. Even if you're off-site, it's okay. Don't worry about it. It's going to be great where you're going to have a day at Walt Disney World. Now, I assume you're going to be at the Magic Kingdom. That's just my assumption. With a 2 and a 4-year-old, that's where I'd be. I'd be at the Magic Kingdom. So let's assume you're going to be at the Magic Kingdom. I will recommend, if money is no object, that you stay in the Contemporary. Yes, I said the Contemporary. Typically I recommend the Polynesian, but for you, one day, Magic Kingdom, 2 and 4-year-olds at the Contemporary. Reasons, you have the monorail to get right back and forth, and it's just a short little trip back to the hotel. It's a long trip around to get to you got to go all the way around to get back to the Magic Kingdom. But it's just a short trip over to from the Magic Kingdom back to the Contemporary. You can also walk. Yeah, it's a little bit of a walk. It's about a 15-minute walk. People say, it's just a short walk. Well, it's kind of a little bit more than a short walk. But you can actually walk from the Contemporary to the Magic Kingdom and back. So if money is no object, and it's a very expensive hotel, I will give you that. If money is no object for one night, I would go to the Contemporary. Other than that, pick any hotel. My other option would be to go to the Pop Century. 2 and 4-year-olds, colors, big things. I mean, big icons, big things to see, games. It's just a happening, fast-moving 2 and 4-year-old kind of place. I think that would be my number 2 recommendation. Just kind of relax. In fact, go get in touch with Shannon. Go get in touch with Destinations to Travel. Go over to our Destinations to Travel page, fill out the form, and let them help you. They can help you with the Universal part. They can help you with the Disney part. Just turn it over to them and let them do the hard work. You can sit back, like Shannon said, and just relax and just show up. So it's not anything to be frazzled about. Relax. Don't worry about a thing. There is no wrong answer here. It's going to be fine. You're going to Disney World. All right. It's funny. We've got a bunch of these kind of questions today. All right. Here's the next question. This one comes from Leanne in Houston. All right. Leanne says, I purchased 2 adults and 2 child tickets back in 2007. We had 3 days left on each ticket, and I paid to make them no expiration. My daughter is now 14 and is going this summer with a friend, and I would like to give their family all the tickets for taking her and want to know if they will check IDs at the gate. The tickets are the card tickets that get scanned. I also want to know if there will be a problem for the kids aged 13 and 14 to use the child tickets, since it was my daughter's ticket with no expiration, and she was only 4 when I purchased the ticket. Okay, Leanne, I got good news and bad news. Good news is, let's start with your daughter. The good news is your daughter will be fine. Your daughter can take that ticket as a child's ticket. I know she's a child's ticket, but it's her ticket. And Disney's policy is if you bought it for a child, you've got the never expire on it. You can take it to a ticket window and for that person, for that child, and exchange it for an adult ticket for the 3 days left on that ticket. That, Disney knows that kids are going to grow up. This is not going to be a problem in a few years because, well, it's still going to be a problem. But the new tickets don't allow you to do this because there's no never expire option anymore. But yes, you can do that with your daughter. Now, giving the tickets to the other family. I'm sorry, the bad news is you can't do that. You've got the scannable tickets. You've got the tickets where you had to put the finger on the little thing. And so they know they've got that fingerprint or that biometric scan, as they call it. They've got that fingerprint tied to those tickets. And the other people, that fingerprint is not going to match. So unfortunately, you're not going to be able to pass those tickets on to the other family. It just won't work. Sorry, but the bottom line is the good news is your daughter is fine. Her ticket will be fine. The other family is going to have to come up with their own tickets. Okay. All right. Let's take a little break from questions. I want to talk about, and I think somebody mentioned this earlier, the VIP All Access Pass, WDW Magazine. Full disclosure, I own WDW Magazine. I started WDW Magazine. I'm the publisher of WDW Magazine. And I'm excited about WDW Magazine. It's like this. It is my passion. Disney World is my passion. I love sharing it. One of the things we're doing with WDW Magazine is this summer we are going to introduce a print version. For the last 5 years we've been digital, and now we're moving into print. So as we move into print this summer, we are offering something very special. For today, I think we might extend this to Monday, but just for today or maybe Monday, we are offering what we're calling the VIP All Access Pass. This is a way to get backstage, like I got to go into the back of Toy Story Land last week. We're kind of doing the same thing with the magazine. We're allowing people to get backstage with us as we move into this print version. So the VIP All Access Pass is available right now through, we're going to extend it to Monday. Let's just go ahead and say we're going to extend it to Monday. Right now through Monday, we've got 20 passes available. We've sold a few. In fact, the other night we sold 3 of them in an hour. So there's only a few left. But you can join the VIP All Access Pass. The link's going to be down in the comments. I think it's already down there. What you get when you purchase the VIP All Access Pass is, number one, you're going to get the print trial. This summer we're going to kick off the print trial. It'll be 3 issues. You get access to all 3 of those issues. You're going to get those delivered right to your home. Then after that, we'll give you 2019, when we start off the print, we'll give you 1 year of the print version of WDW Magazine. Okay, you can buy those things, so those are things you could buy not having the VIP All Access Pass. But we do have some special things just for people in the VIP All Access Pass. The only place you'll be able to get these is through purchasing the VIP All Access Pass. Number one is we're having a party. WDW Magazine has a party just about every year. We're having a party this year. On November 13th, we're going to have a party at Disney World. We're going to have dinner together at Cape May Cafe, hopefully, and then we're going to have a dessert party over at Fantasmic. We'll have a dessert party that evening at Fantasmic, and we'll just have fun together. There'll be desserts there. We'll have a great seat for Fantasmic. It'll just be a great time. There'll be a lot of our contributors from WDW Magazine will be there. The photographers, I think all of them are going to be there. Some of the writers are going to be there. I'll be there. Stephanie will be there. Tatiana, the team will be there. Kim will be there. The writing team, all of our team most of our team's going to be there. So there's going to be the party. Then there's also going to be a lifetime digital subscription to WDW Magazine. For the rest of your life, for the rest of the life of the magazine, you'll get a lifetime subscription to the digital version of the magazine. That's $48 a year. So this is big. This is a big deal. We've never offered this before. I don't know if we'll ever offer it again. And then the last thing, this is the one thing that's the backstage part, the keys to the magazine. The keys to the magazine is we will take you and bring, every month we'll have a meeting. It'll be an online meeting where we'll talk, we'll bring in people. 1 month we're going to bring in a photographer or 2, and we're going to tell you their process. 1 month I'll take you through the print process. I might even bring my printer buddy on and talk about the print process. We'll bring in our designer, Danny, our designer. He'll be in one of the meetings, and we'll talk about how the design works. We're just going to we have a whole series, 1 year, 12 different meetings that you'll be able to get. And you're not going to, this is not something we're going to broadcast anywhere else except in the keys into the people that have the VIP All Access Pass. You won't see it in the Facebook groups. You won't see it anywhere else. This is going to be exclusively for the people with VIP All Access Pass. So I think the link's already down in the page below, but in the comments. But go ahead and look at the VIP All Access. Yes, it's $500. I'll just be frank, it's $500. It's expensive, but there's a lot there, and if you add up the value, it's worth at least $1,000. I say that conservatively, but I know that some of you aren't, if you're able to do that, go over and check it out. We'd love to have you join the VIP All Access Pass. Okay, enough of Dad trying to raise money. Okay. All right, so this next question comes from Ree in Saraland, Alabama. It's kind of a long question, so I'm going to just try to read through it real quick. Hello, Dad. Hello. Ree, your blogs have been very helpful to me to plan for our 2018 Disney vacation. This is the first time I heard of an event. Gay Days. This is titled Gay Days. I checked the Disney event calendar while I was planning and saw nothing about it. I know that many people would like to avoid Gay Days, and I would like to avoid questions from my 7-year-old nephew. I know people would like to know ahead of time about the parks, the crowds in the parks, and things like that in general. I have not booked my vacation yet, but I do have my credit card in hand, ready to go. And just, I'm going to make it short. She says, I know you've talked about this 100 times, but please reassure me for the 101st time. Okay. As you know, this question comes up every year. And I've said it 100 times, but okay, here's 101. Gay Days is not an event on the Disney calendar because it's not a Disney event. It is a separate event. Disney has no input into it. So Disney does not, just like the party that I mentioned a minute ago, the WDW magazine party, they don't put that on the calendar either. They should, but they don't. Anyway, this is not a Disney-sponsored event, so Disney does not put it on the calendars. As you know, it's always the first weekend in June. The first weekend in June. So if the last day of June is, I think it's even Friday. If the last day of June, May, is a Friday, even a Friday, Gay Days will be that weekend. The first weekend in June, Thursday, Friday, any Sunday, even if it's Sunday, even if June 1st is a Sunday, Gay Days will be that weekend. So they always follow the same schedule. They do Animal Kingdom on Thursday, Hollywood Studios on Friday, Magic Kingdom on Saturday, and Epcot on Sunday. So always follow that same pattern. As long as you stay away from those parks, it'll be just like any other June day at Walt Disney World. I will say that the crowds aren't terrible in the other parks during Gay Days. They're not awful. That first week of June's a pretty good time to go to Walt Disney World. It really is, that first week of June. So if you just avoid the parks, you wouldn't have any more questions from that 7-year-old than you would in a normal setting, normal Disney trip. So you should be okay. Avoid the parks. Avoid the hotel, the Doubletree Hotel, and you'll be fine. All right. The bottom line is 101st time, it's the same story over and over and over. It's not a terrible time to go. Just avoid the parks, the Thursday, avoid the Animal Kingdom, Friday, avoid Hollywood Studios, Saturday, avoid Magic Kingdom, Sunday, avoid Epcot. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Okay. This is a quick one. This one comes from Brian in Edmond, Oklahoma. I wonder where that is. Oh, that's right here. That's where I live. Hi, Brian. A neighbor. Anyway. Okay. Brian says, do the dining plans work at Disney Springs as well as the park? Brian, yes, absolutely. The Disney dining plans work all over Walt Disney World, including Disney Springs. Not all of the restaurants are included, but most of them are. You can go over to the Disney website, WaltDisneyWorld.com, and scroll down to, or click on all dining, and you can see. You can even filter and just look at Disney Springs, and you can even filter by which restaurants accept the Disney dining plan. So you can look at those. Not a problem. Just go over and look at the Disney place. Most of the restaurants at Walt Disney World accept the Disney dining plans. Not something you need to worry about. All right, told you that one would go quick. Okay, here's the next one. This one comes from Colleen in Philadelphia. We arrive on September 22nd for 6 nights and 7 days. Children are 15, 6, and 4. I'm confused about planning our day. We would like to see the nighttime magic as well as spend the day in Disney. My question is, do we plan our day at one park and stay in that park until night time? I'm worried about that my young children won't last. Example, do we try Epcot and then back to the resort in the afternoon and return at night for the shows? Or do we go to Hollywood Studios and see the show? I'm so confused. I've read that we should take a break. However, will it be enough time to return to the resort and meet our dinner reservations? Should we aim for later dinner reservations or earlier? What do you think the best plan is? Well, Colleen, let's see if we can unconfuse things a little bit for you. Number one, I am a big fan of when you have young children of getting out of the parks for a while during the day. 6 and 4, absolutely. You should get them out of the parks for a little bit in the afternoon. So, as we talked about earlier, get to the park early. Get to the park when it opens. Stay until right after lunchtime. Go through lunchtime and then get out of the parks. In fact, you might go back to the hotel or back to one of the other, somewhere else and get lunchtime. But go back to your hotel and relax for a little bit. Take some time out of the parks. Get them out of that. Let them nap. Let them rest. Let them swim. Then come back to the parks, say 5, 6 o'clock, and enjoy the evenings. No, the evening hours are a little shorter in September. So you may want to come back a little earlier. You may want to leave the parks. Now, September's not a busy time. So it's going to be very easy for you to get everything done and to be able to leave during the afternoons. Now, there's some times when that doesn't work as well, especially in the Magic Kingdom with the afternoon parade. But for the most part, you're going to be there for six nights, 7 days. You're going to have plenty of time coming out of the parks, going back to your hotel and resting in the afternoon. You're going to have plenty of time for that. So, yes, the bottom line is absolutely plan some time out of the parks every day. Whether you go back to the same park in the evening or that's what I would do. I'd go back to the same park. Or if you want to go to a different park, that's up to you. I wouldn't spend the extra money for park hoppers. I'd spend that money and just plan those days to where you come back to the same park every day. Okay. All right, we got to hustle up. This is the last one. All right. Here we go. This one comes from Cheryl in Georgia. I had my trip all plans and ADRs made. Then Disney added evening extra magic hours to the Magic Kingdom at night. Now I'm sure it will be busier but it's too late to change our dining and move dates around. The extra magic hours are 10 to midnight. Any idea, any advice how to best deal with this change? Okay, so I did cut some stuff out of there, but Cheryl, let's talk. This is not a problem. This is not a problem. This is something it's like a lot of things at Disney. We get so excited but evening extra magic hours are not crowd. They don't really bring that big of crowds to the parks. They really don't. Unlike morning extra magic hours, the park will be a little busier during morning extra magic hours. It's not going to be during evening extra magic hours. Even though you can't get to the park, you're not getting into the parks until later. Your evenings are going to be fine. It's not something to worry about. I know Disney added a bunch of evening extra magic hours lately, but it's just not something to worry about. What it means is the parks are going to be a little busier overall than Disney expected. So they're adding some extra magic hours, but it's not something that will draw a lot of extra crowds. So the bottom line is relax. It's going to be okay. You're going to have a great time. And the crowds are not going to be that much bigger because of the extra magic hours, evening extra magic hours in the Magic Kingdom. All right. Oh, I do have one more. I'm sorry. I do have one more. Okay. This last one comes from Grace in the U.S. I am planning my first trip with a few friends. We're having some trouble deciding on dates. I am a teacher, and I wouldn't be able to go during the school year. We're thinking the best dates should be between Christmas and New Year's, or any time between June 4th and mid-August. Now, the weather's probably more pleasant in December, but I'm worried about the heavy crowds. Do you have any suggestions about the best time for us? This is the first trip for most of us. All right, so Grace, here we go. This is going to be a little tough for me because normally I would say Christmas, you got to go at Christmas because I think everybody should go at Christmas. But the Christmas week crowds are just stupid. Stupid busy, big. They'll be closing parks at 10 o'clock in the morning because they can't let anybody else into the park. So no, Christmas is not the time to go. If I were you, I would jump on the plane on June 4th and go to Disney World that day. That's going to be your best time in the summer. The crowds are going to be the lowest and the temperatures are going to be the lowest. That's going to be your best week to go, the best time to go. So Christmas, no, forget it. I'd love to be able to say go Christmas. If you can go Thanksgiving week's not bad at all compared to Christmas. It's still going to be busy, but it's a better choice. Between Thanksgiving and June 4th, I would say it's about a 50-50 thing. But Thanksgiving or the week of June 4th. All right. Let's talk about your questions. You have some questions. All right. Here we go. Annette says, I have a FastPass question. Do you have to use all 3 of your FastPasses before you can book another, or can you book after you've used it first? Correct me if I'm wrong, Stephanie, but yes, you have to use all 3 before you can book a 4th. In fact, I'm sure that's right. Now, you can cancel one and book another one, but you have to use all 3 before you can book a 4th. Okay, last commence. This is the one I said was going to be fun. How does Dad's Guide make money? Is this your full-time role or just a passion project? Okay, so Dad's Guide, literally Dad's Guide itself doesn't make a lot of money. I make a little bit from Shannon, from trips that are booked. I get some money from other people. Dad's Guide is more of a passion project. We're trying to build some things that make us some money. That's why I wrote the book. The book does make us a little money. But basically, Dad's Guide doesn't make a lot of money itself. Now, which is why I started WDW Magazine. WDW Magazine brings in a lot of money. It does pretty well. We hire a lot of people. We keep a lot of people busy. But WDW Magazine is the money engine that keeps us going, including Dad's Guide. They keep us going here at Dad's Guide. Okay, here we go. Last question, and then we're going to cut it off because it's time. It's already noon. 1 o'clock your time, noon my time. Here we go. Justin S. I'm looking forward to Toy Story Land, but once Toy Story Land opens, do you think it will reduce crowds elsewhere at Disney by drawing people away from the Magic Kingdom, Epcot, or do you think it will have no effect on the other parks? Do you think it will increase crowds overall, including the other parks? Justin, if you go back and look last year at the opening of Pandora in Animal Kingdom, yes, it did pull crowds away from the other parks. I mean, instead of being a 9 or a 10 on a day, it was a 7 or 8. So it wasn't like it took them all away, but it did take crowds away. And I see Toy Story Land doing the same thing, and Star Wars Land to a greater degree next year. I see that being true, that the other parks will have smaller crowds. Overall, crowds will be up a little bit through the summer. Summers have gotten to be kind of slow. I won't say slow, but they've been slower than they used to be. Used to be they were busy crowds every day. In fact, 4th of July was crazy, but now it's not as bad through the summer. Crowds are going to be up a little bit this summer. And I don't know about into the fall, but for sure during the summer, the crowds will be up a little bit, and most of them will be going to Hollywood Studios. So absolutely, the Hollywood Studios crowds are going to be really big, but the other parks will be down just a little bit. All right. Whew. A lot of stuff today. Thanks to Shannon for being here today. I hope you enjoyed getting to meet Shannon. Destinations to Travel, I am totally committed to the things that they do, to the service they provide, and I just think it's the best that you can find. Thanks to our partners at Celebration Shirts. Go over and buy some shirts. They make good shirts. All right. So, and don't forget to sign up for the VIP All Access Pass. That ends today. Well, actually, that ends Monday. Yeah, I said we're going to extend it to Monday. So that ends Monday. Monday will be the last day you can get that. All right. I hope you enjoyed this. It's time to say goodbye now. It's time to say goodbye. My voice is gone, so it's time to quit. So we'll see you all next week, next Friday. Same bat time, same bat channel. Have a great week. Have a happy Easter. Happy Passover. If you can have a happy Passover. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your weekend. We'll talk to you next week. Bye-bye. Thanks so much for watching Dad's video. For more simple, fun, magic Walt Disney World information, go to dadsguidetowwdw.com. You can do that by clicking the I button that's popping up on the screen right now. If you like this video, go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel and get more Dad's YouTube videos with Daditude.